Hey, Leo, it's Steve Garvey. Well, David set this up because he knows you're such a great Dodger fan. And by the way, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and looking forward to a great new year. So it's been tough in 2020, but we're going to turn this thing around and make 21 a great year. But how about those Dodgers? After 32 years, finally winning the World Championship. It was a long time. But of course, you remember the golden era for about 73 to 85. We had the great infield of, say, Russell, Lopes, and myself. And of course, we had Yeager catching, and we had Smith and right, and Baker and left, and Mundy in center, and Sutton pitching, and Lasorda waddling out there all the time, being the great leader and Hall of Famer. So it was the best of times. And it's been a transition over the years. But back in that golden era, it seemed like every other year we're in the World Series, and of course, finally beat those dreaded Yankees in '81, and quite a year that was. The young guys, it's a different time now. Somebody asked me the other day did I have a launch angle, and I had to laugh. Of course, I had a launch angle. Had I hit those home runs out to right center, or occasionally to center, just a few to left. I said, but back then we tried to hit line drives, get the runners over. Remember when you used to hit and run? You used to drop down a bunt. I'd get 10 or 12 bunt hits a year. You don't see those things now. Everything's about a 3-run homer, and they don't mind striking out 100 to 125 times a season as long as they get 20 home runs and 70 RBIs. But that was, that was that now. And of course, back then it was a different game. We did a lot of different things to win. And ironically, I've said for 5 years now, if this young Dodger team starts to manufacture runs, they're going to win a world championship. And who did it the best? Houston did it, then Boston did it, and then finally we did it this year. So even though it's a new era, they finally realized that you got to move the runner over, hit a sacrifice fly once in a while, play solid defense, and of course now they use 7 or 8 pitchers. So that would have been interesting back then. But thanks for being a great fan. I've always said that the fans are the wind beneath our wings, and you surely have been. So happy New Year to you and your family. God bless. And if the Dodger Stadium opens up and they let fans in and you happen to be there and I'm there, say, hey, Garb, you did a cameo for me. I'll say, come on, Leo, let's talk baseball.